Hello, good morning. Judy here on this Tuesday morning, August the 12th, 2025. And so the Lord led me today to 1 Corinthians 10, verse 9. And this is from the New King James Version. All right. So this it says, "Nor let us tempt Christ, as some of them also tempted, and were destroyed by serpents." All right. So tempt is also testing the Lord, and so when we test the Lord, just as He destroyed the Israelites after they complained that that Moses and God had led them out of Egypt into the wilderness to die because they didn't have any food and water. That is found in Numbers 21. If you want to go back and read about that story in detail, the Lord made Moses, he sent fiery serpents to bite the people that were complaining and stuff like that, testing the Lord. And Moses had to intervene for their salvation, basically. And so whenever we complain, saying like, oh, where is the Lord, that because we don't have this or that, we're running out of food, we're running out of money, we're running out of whatever, it may be that you're complaining to the Lord. The Lord is saying, no, do not test me. It could be worse, I could sense like He sent serpents to destroy the people that were tempting Him and complaining to Him, and complaining to Moses. And so the Lord is through me saying, like, do not do that, because it could be worse. Instead of getting better, it'll get worse. All right, so do not complain. Always be grateful. If you're not the person or the type to complain and do that, continue to be grateful. It's always better to be grateful for what you have instead of looking at what you don't have. The only thing that they had, and because they complained, they only had manna. They had manna. All right, so they were getting tired of manna, and we shouldn't complain about what we don't have, and so, but be thankful, but with what we do have, just as the Israelites were getting manna, even though it wasn't something that they were used to, but it was good, it was healthy, and it was provided for by the Lord by a miracle. He made it fall out of the sky, basically. And so, not that He's gonna make manna fall out of the sky for us, but we shouldn't be complaining about what we don't have, but be grateful about what we do have, and thankful for what we will have in the future, because just as the Lord promised the Israelites to get into the promised land, because that was His promise to them. But because they complained, because they tested the Lord, and they didn't believe, they weren't able to get into the promised land. At least not the generation that complained, but their kids did, and so don't be like the Israelites. Always be grateful for what you have. All right, and what the Lord gives. Okay. All right, so do not test the Lord. All right, and so that is basically it for this message. If you're not tempting or testing the Lord, this is not for you. Continue to be grateful for what you have, and so the Lord will bless you in time with what He promised you. All right, so stay blessed, stay encouraged. I love you. Jesus loves you, of course, so much more. And I'll see you in my next video.